All right, good morning. And in today's installment of Tech Tips with Lee, we're going to look at the backup utility and the restore utility inside CabinetVision 2011, and show you an easy way of syncing up standalone machines and making sure that you have the same information on one machine, making sure that you have the same information from machine to machine so you can all work together in unison. First thing we want to do to run through this routine is handle the backup on the machine that has all of your standards, your master machine. If you don't have a master machine, one that you're committed to having all the most updated standards on, then you probably need to decide which one's going to be your master machine. You need one that you can sync up all the rest of your workstations off of. On that machine, the best way to start the synchronization utility is to hit the backup utility up here. All right, now a lot of y'all will see this pop up here, and it's just telling you that you've got a lot of backups. Your backups are handling more than or containing in more than 100 meg of space, so it's just giving you a warning that you got a bunch of them and you might want to think about deleting them. If you say yes, then it'll take you into the section of the backup utility where you can pick down through your list of backups and delete them if you want to. We're not too concerned about that right now. So as we go back into the backup utility, we're going to say no to this warning. All right, so now we got to our main screen in our backup utility. What we want to select here is over on the left-hand side where it's kind of gray, you want everything in this list selected except for generic cabinet library. That is one that CabinetVision puts in that is basically just a template for modular catalog. So they put it in as an example of how to set one up. Really is not going to do you much good. In 10 years of doing this, I still don't know anybody that's actually using it, other than, you know, as an example. So you want to select everything over here. In the white area, you'll have all of your custom catalogs listed, the ones that you've created or brought in or downloaded off of Planet's website, and those will be listed as CVC files. Your appliances and furnishings catalogs, the ones that come in from installation, will be over here as well. What you want to do in this list is find all the catalogs that you've made changes to, saved something to, the catalogs that you want to make a backup of. If you haven't saved anything to your appliance or furnishings catalog, and it's still running off of the original version from the DVD when you installed it, may not be that big of a need to back it up. If you have saved something custom to it, then you want to make sure you back it up. So come over here and find all the catalogs that you know you need to back up. Find this file right here, the default.dat file. That's going to be all of your visual layers, what you see on the screen, what's turned on, off, how you print, that sort of thing. Another thing you find in 2011 that you won't find in version 5 or anything earlier are these CFG files. Those are your configuration files when you start a new job and you have a new scheme as far as what materials you're going to use, what construction method you're going to use, hardware, that sort of thing. You can save those as configuration files so it's easy to pull them back up. Those will be backed up and will be saved here as CFG, so you definitely want to make those part of your backup list. You can also take them If the other workstations don't have those configuration files, you can take them on your backup and put them over there and sync that up as well, so that all the workstations will have the same options to start jobs easily. Really, that's about it. You just want the cabinet catalogs, the CVC files that are relevant to you, and the configuration files and default DAT. That's about all you want out of the white area. You can select a job to back up, and a lot of times when you're talking to me and you've got our tech support, and you've got a problem in a specific job, or you got a job that illustrates a problem, we'll get a backup, and we'll get you to email that to us, and we'll want a job backed up with that. And that's a good way to get one particular job. You can't back all your jobs up with this button, because you can only select one file at most. So it's not practical for backing your jobs up. You probably need, some kind of system on your computer that backs up specific folders to handle your jobs. And that brings up the email backup checkbox here. If you have Microsoft Outlook running in the background while you're doing your backup, you can put a check mark here, and it'll go ahead and send off a backup file with everything you've got up here to wherever you want. I think it defaults to support it at planetsolutions.com. Once you've decided everything that you want to back up, go ahead and hit the OK button and enter an optional description of this backup. For the technique that we're going to use today, this is actually useful. So we want to put in, I'll put in test backup for movie. Okay. And we'll hit OK. And you'll see CabinetVision going through all the backup routines. All right, so now we've got our master computer backed up. That backup is going to be in my computer on the C drive, or wherever you've got Planet installed, inside the Planet folder, under the relevant version, and it'll be under automatic backups. If you don't have an automatic backups folder on your computer under the version of Planet that you're running, run a backup once and it'll create that folder, or you can create it yourself, either way, whichever way you're more comfortable with. But the first time you run an automatic backup, it'll create the folder, so it'll be there. On the master computer, the one that has the current version that you want to update everybody else from, you want to go into the solid version that you want under Planet, under automatic backups, and find the folder with the time and date that you created. So with the one we just created, it's March the 23rd, 2011, and a time of 10:15. All right, so we know that's the folder we want. What we would do at this point is copy that or send it to a thumb drive if you have one. Somehow copy it onto a media, burn it to a CD. Thumb drives are probably going to be the easiest way to move it from machine to machine. Put it on your server if you got a server. Put it on a location that all the workstations get to it. But just copy it and have it there. Have it in a place that's available to all the workstations. Because what you're going to do is you're going to copy this entire folder. If we look in the folder, we can see all of the files that we've backed up and this backup zip file. Now that's normally what you email off, but that's all the other files backed up into one file. Going from computer to computer on a network, you probably don't even want to mess with that file. I'd just back up. For what we're going to do, we want the whole folder backed up and placed somewhere where we can access it from the other files. Because what you're going to do is you're going to copy this folder and then go over to the next machine, come right back in that machine on the next workstation that you want, and paste that folder right under automatic backups. Okay, so that the workstation will now have this folder in here. Okay, once you have that folder with all the good information on the new workstation that needs to be updated, then you can come over to All Programs, Planet, Solid 2011, Release 2, and we'll come over and do oh wow, not here. Here we go. Oh, sorry. So 2011 Release 2, and we'll come over and do Restore Settings. Okay, so now on the workstation that you want to update, All Programs, Planet, Solid 2011 Release 2, or whatever version you're working on. It works from like 4.2 up. Go to Restore Settings. As soon as you hit Restore Settings, you'll see the list of all the folders that are in the automatic backups folder on this particular machine. So on the workstation, you'll see all the folders that are in that automatic backups. You ought to find the one that you just pasted, which 323.11, and if you look down here at the bottom, your description will show up. So that'll help you pin down which folder you need to be backing up. So we'll select that. We know that's the one that we want to sync up. It'll have all of our information here, our catalogs, our layer information and default data, our door catalog, drawing symbol library, our configuration files. In this case, I got face frame and frameless. Got a material catalog, our CNC database, report database, all of our parameters that we've got set up from the splash screen, and our construction database. So once you got the right one in here, go ahead and hit OK, and it'll restore all the files, put them in place, and then run update version. Gets through update version, you're ready to go. And you've got this machine synced up with the master machine, the master databases. Now, if you're on a network install of CabinetVision, this isn't necessary, but this is for standalone versions to sync the databases up from one to another. Hope this helped. If you have any comments, you know where to get me. Let me know, and we'll talk to you in the next installment.